Okay, just gonna make a quick video about this Vevor Ultrasonic cleaner I got off of Amazon. I think it's a 15 quart. Use it to clean carburetors, but mainly got it because I inherited a ton of tools from my grandfather. A lot of Matco Snap-on original Craftsman and sockets, wrenches, screwdrivers, and I've been using this to clean them up, get all the grease off of. I got it heating up right now on this side, and then it'll run for half an hour. Once it comes up to temperature, we'll start it. And I've been using this Zep heavy duty greaser, citrus. They claim you don't have to rinse it off afterward, but I found that you kind of still do. That's what it looks like. I use it pretty much straight, cut it down with a little bit of water, and then we'll get these wrenches put in when it comes up to temperature and see how good of a job it does. Okay, well, we got them submerged. Not all the way up to temp yet. I'm doing this into my kitchen right now. Trying to get it done before the wife gets home. Freaks out. So we're just going to set it for 30 minutes and we'll get it turned on. Well, this is what we look like afterward. Looks like it did a pretty good job. I'm going to pull it out, stick it in the sink so we can see and rinse them off, and I'll show you that. I'm not going to be able to do it holding the phone and pulling it out. Be right back. Now, all in all, they don't look too bad. Came out nice and clean. Like I said, a couple of these got some surface rust on them. I'm going to have to put them in some Evaporust. These were absolutely trash. They're nice. It's got some rust on it still. But, I mean, it cleaned up pretty nice. So pretty happy with it. I'm going to do some really bad impact sockets next. And we'll see how those come out. I know a lot of those are probably going to have to be soaked too because there's a lot of surface rust on them. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, here's our next batch of impacts. These are Cromwells. They're pretty rusty, but I'm going to clean them up first. And then we'll get them in some Evaporust probably. See how they turn out. So I'm going to throw these in for 30 minutes. And come back and see how well it does. Temperature, and we're going to let them chooch for another 30 minutes. Alright, back after roughly a half hour on the impact sockets. Here's our water now. These things were pretty nasty, so we're going to see how they come out. I got the sink filling up with water so we can rinse them. I'm going to pull them out here in a second. See how this goes. Oh, well, here we go. Finished product. Came out nice and clean. Like I said, there's a fair amount of rust on them. So I'm going to get them in a little pan and get them soaking in some Evaporust. And we'll get them cleaned up. Some of them aren't too bad, but I'd rather try and get all that off. We're going to fill up another batch and get them stuck in here and keep on keeping on with it. Alright, and here's the last batch that's going to go in. Got a ratchet, old Craftsman ratchet here. Rest of the impacts and some cutters. I'm not sure who made these yet. They're pretty rusty. Well, we'll get them in there, get them cleaned up, bring it back and see how they go. I got the rest of them in the Evaporust, so when they're done I can show how they turn out. Alright, we got them done. These were in Evaporust for quite a few days. Turned out pretty good. Gonna let them dry. You gotta, it says to rinse them off with water. But darkens them up. Some of the wrenches. This one didn't turn black. Took all the rust off. But all the rust and everything's out of the sockets. It all turned out pretty good. Pretty impressed with that stuff. I mean, I don't know if this coloring will come off. I guess, yeah, it's wiping off. But there's no rust on them. That's all that matters. So, we'll leave it all out here to dry for a little while since it's hot. And then maybe WD them or something. I was a little worried about flash rust after taking them out and rinsing them with water, like I say, but doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. So, but that's it. I can show you the Evaporust bucket. That stuff turned. I got these. That's the Evaporust. I'm just gonna put it back in its container and reuse it. It got pretty nasty. It's not the best smelling stuff in the world after you get a bunch of rust and stuff off it. So definitely recommend it. The ultrasonic and the Evaporust worked out good. Cleaned all the tools up really well, and I got some bigger wrenches that I have to do that just aren't gonna fit in this. But that's it. Hope this helps someone. All right.